How you guys doing? This JLC, we're at the Pigeon Loft, and today I was just making a little video of all the Kikirikis. These are all the ones I have back here in the room. Yeah, remember last time I showed them to you guys? They're still kind of little, but right now they're already getting big. You see, there's a lot of like nice little roosters right there. Like there's that little coloradito right there. Looks like a little silver right there. And there's all these other like little yellow ones, little chocolate ones. I even got that little silver hen right there. See that little silver hen and this little silver rooster? That'll be like a good pair right there. I even got that little tiny short-legged quail. That's like the quail color. I don't know. That's what they call them, quail. That one, and then that's my little bulico right there. And then that's like another little silky. I don't know. Outside on my silkies outside, kind of had bad luck with them, you know. All my little roosters ended up dying. I don't know. Maybe they had like weak genes, you know. But I did have there's like 4 little chickens that survived, so we're gonna keep going with the silky little kikirikis with those, you know. And right here, I think I had 2 little silky ones. This one right here, the little black and white one, and she ran over there. They're kind of hard to look at. I always just want to stand in the corner right there. But yeah, like I said, these are all the ones back here, you know. I just got done feeding them. I was outside feeding the ones out there, so still got to feed them some more. I think this is another silky right here. Oh yeah, this is the other silky little hen I was looking for. And she jumped over there. So yeah, basically I had 2 little other silky hens right here, and then the little roosters. They don't even let me get them. Look at this little rooster right here. But yeah, those are all the ones back here. Let's go check out the ones outside. And here we are with the ones outside. And I was just feeding those over there. Even the roller pigeons, they're like hanging out over here. But yeah, I was just feeding those over there. When I decided that, I'm gonna go in there and get my phone so I can make a little video for you guys who enjoy the Kikiriki videos and stuff like that. And I know my buddy Adam, those are his favorite videos, the Kikiriki videos. And all you other fans out there of my channel, same thing goes to you guys. You guys are that keep this going. That keeps me wanting to make more videos. I see the comments and I'd be like, you know what, I'm gonna make another video. Even for myself, sometimes I want to look back and see what I had and what I used to have. Sometimes you lose them, but yeah, you look back on the videos and you remember, oh, I used to have those kikirikis and these and those. These are all the little roosters right here. The good thing about now that all the sicknesses is gone now, like whatever survive, and that's the good thing. There's my little roosters out here, the ones that like to hang out, my little white one. There's the little chickens out there. This is like one of the shortest little white roosters I got that I keep in. I think I sold some of them too that were like kind of short like that, but this is one of the shortest ones, and I really wanted to keep him. But there was other ones that were like about the same size. And then these are the ones I had back there in the back room too. I kind of like cover this up right here so it doesn't get too cold, because it's starting to get cold at night, But I ended up moving them out here. And my older chickens that I had right here, I moved them. I moved the white ones over here with these guys. And some of them, I've moved them over there on those other cages with the tiras. And I think there was 2 of them that died. But yeah, besides that, these are all the ones I had inside. And these are all the ones I had inside right here. I kind of still feed them a little bit of chick starter. That way, the chick starter like keeps them healthy, you know. But yeah, I think right here I have a lot of my these little pintito ones right here. That's a little rooster. I think that's a little chicken right there. These all come from my azteca with my pinta. And then those right there, those are the ones I'm kind of excited. I want to see how they turn out. They're from my azteca with my little pintita. And it's like 2 roosters. I think 3 roosters. I think that one's a rooster, 3 roosters, and 1 chicken. This is one of the chickens. But they come from my azteca and the pinta right there. So yeah, I gotta give them some water and let's check them out. And then over here, I put my this is my I don't know what they call this color. I think it's I don't even know. I think it's, I'm trying to remember the color they call this little rooster. It's a limonado. Yes, that's the color, a limonado. I put him in here with these 2 little hens. No, actually 3. And it looks like they laid an egg right there, but they took all the grass out. So I'm probably gonna make them some new nest boxes. That way they can have some nice little nest boxes for them. But yeah, this is, I remember I had all my other roosters, I had moved them out and put them out there with chickens and stuff. My white ones, my giritos. But yeah, right here, this is where I put my limonado, little short-legged. I think my buddy Adam, he has a son of his, and he showed me a picture of him, and he says he's like really tiny. Tiny is like tiny. I have his brother. I have him over there. He's like really tiny too, but I guess the one he has is like really tiny. Probably gonna be a tiny little limonado rooster, you know. But yeah, and then like I said, these are the white ones right here. I built them this little nest box right there so they can start laying eggs. This is right here. I have my 2 little white roosters that I had up here. There's one right there, and then there's the other one up there, and then they have that 5 little white hens, you know, for both of them. There's 2, and then 1. So yeah, these are all my white ones right here. That's the little white hens right there. That little white hen right there is like one of my favorites. They're all my favorites, you know. They're all like really tiny little white hens. They all come from my white rooster and my white hen that I have over there. The original 2 white ones. But yeah, there's these right here. And then this one, he's just hanging out here. He's like kind of, out of both of these, I'm thinking this one's gonna be nice too. His tail is like the most, he looks like his tail is gonna be like pretty big. I don't know if you guys can tell, but yeah, you can see his tail. He's like a little tiny short. Trying to get like a good video of him, but yeah, there he is. And those are all the white ones right here. I gotta, like I said, I gotta give them all food and water. And then there's my rabbits right there. And then there's these right here. Let me get them some food. All right, and we're back. I just went and got them all food. That way they can be ready, you know. But they got their food, their water. Even these down here, my white ones. I pour their food in there, and then they just knocked it all on the floor. Yeah, so there they are, eating their food. And I gave them all some medicine water. That way, you know, they stay a little healthy, you know. They got their food and everything, and same with these guys. They all got their water over here. So they're all going crazy out here drinking their water. Drinking, some of them got to take turns. Well, yeah, look at that little rooster right there. There's that little rooster. And then there's this little rooster. This comes from my azteca. And that little chicken's from the aztecas as well, you know. I had cut his crest because he was like really bad with chicken pox. And that was probably like the only way I could have saved him, I thought. So I had to do it. So now he doesn't have the crest, and he just has the down part. So I don't know, I may cut it later on. I'll just leave him like that. But yeah, there's all these other roosters over here waiting to get fed. Let's feed them. They're already out here flying around. Usually for them, I just pour their food right here in these little cups so they can eat. And there you have it. There they all are eating. There's that one right here. Then you got the bulico. Some of them are mean. Yeah, there's my four-legged one right there. There's my, I don't know what color they call this right here, but I like that color right there. That little rooster right there. Kind of looks like a little hen, like the mom. Yeah, there's these right here. There's that one. They're all doing good. Even this little white one. He's one of the white ones too. I'm gonna sell him. You know, I got so many white roosters already. I don't really need all kinds of white roosters. So yeah, there's all these right here. The bulicos right here. Unfortunately, I lost the dad bulico. Yeah, I ended up losing the dad bulico rooster. So yeah, there's all these right here eating. And they always be fighting. They don't get along with each other. And then over there, that's all the little chickens I have over here. These are some of the ones that I'm mostly selling, you know. Same thing with them. I pour their food right here in these little cups. And I have an extra cup over there. So right Right here I got all these little chickens. I also built them a little nest box too, because they kept laying eggs on the floor. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna build them a little nest box. That way they have at least something to lay their eggs in, you know. Looks like one of them laid an egg in there. I put all kinds of straw in there. They just go in there, throw it all out. But yeah, there's all these chickens right here. These are all the ones I've been selling, you know. These are all the coloraditas, chocolate ones, black ones. This is where I keep all the darker colors. I think this is the only light color I have is this one right here. I think that's the only light color one I have. The thing with them, I gotta give them their water. I have their water over here with I put like some medicine in there for them, you know. That way, if they do have like a little bit of catarro or whatever, you know, they drink their medicine and they start getting a little bit better. Kind of like over here, I got this my little azteca right here, a rooster, and then I have put him with one of these little hens right here. That's him right there. I put him with her. She's still like, I think she's almost bigger. But I had him with those other two chickens, but I put him with my blackface azteca rooster that I got. And then her right here, I was debating of whether moving her over there. But I'll probably just put like a little nest box up there for her. I put her in with this rooster. This is one of the newer roosters that I had gotten. Still like his tail's still kind of molting. When I got him, he came like that. And then let me get these some more food. I got their food right here. And that's for the for right here. I moved all my heaters right here. So this is where I put all my heaters. There's my little heater rooster right there. It looks nice. And then that's my other little heater rooster over there. He's like a little bit more whiter, a little bit more lighter. This one's like more darker. I think they're cousins. They come from the two brother hiritos that I have. And then I put all my little hirita chickens right here, my little tiny short leggies like these right here. This is the one I had over there. That one, I had it over there too. And then that little copetona right there. So, trying to give them a little bit of food, that way they can start eating, you know. But yeah, that one and this one right here are the two shortest ones. Sometimes, like I said, you know, these little tiny chickens like that, they get sick. They end up dying really fast because they're so little. And then that pink stuff you see on the back of their heads, I put that for, that way it keeps the bugs off of them, like gorupos and stuff like that. That's why most of them, a lot of them, I used to do this to all of them. I'll put it under the wings, behind the tail. And then the back of the neck too. And those are these right there. And And then over here, I got these right here that have the babies. Like right here, I got the mom chicken. Yeah, the 2 babies. And then both of them, they look like they're doing good. Like I said, the chicken pox season thing is already over. By October, there's no more of that. The only thing that usually they'll get sick, like catarro and stuff, but you give them medicine and they get better really fast. It cures them faster. And then over here, I have the ones that are recuperating. These are the little bigger ones right here. I got the 3 little Kikirikitos. This one kind of looks like a little down, but you know, giving him medicine, he'll probably come through. And then those right there, yeah. And then over here, I got this chicken that she barely hatched out her baby chicks. What was it, like a couple, 3-4 days ago? Yeah, she had all different colors. She had 2 little dark gray ones, 1 brown one, a pintito, and a kind of yellow looking one. A kind of white looking one right here. It's gonna be like, maybe these come from all the roosters outside. So like those little pintito ones, I don't know, they may come from him. He's one of the guys outside. But yeah, that's the one I have outside with the chicks. And then this one too, same thing. She barely hatched her chicks. Yesterday, I moved them in here. They started hatching. She also had 5 little babies right there. Like, the only thing I kind of don't like about this chicken, I don't know if I told you guys last time, that she likes to, like, if you can see on the wings right there, they're like a little bit. She like bites the little wings. I don't know why she does that. Last time she had chicks, she was doing the same thing. And this time it looks like she kind of did. But I'm going to let her take care of them, you know. She's not hurting them. She's just like kind of like bites their little wings when they're coming out, and that will kind of like hurt their wings when they fully come out. So it will take longer for them to come out, you know. And then over here, I got this one chicken right here, and she has those 3 little chicks, 2 pintitos like that, and then 1 darker one, probably a girito. It does look like a giro. And then those are it. And then up here outside, these are all the outside chickens. And then over here I got, these are all the ones in my cage. There's my my little white rooster right there, the little white chicken. Right now I don't think she's laying eggs. I haven't really seen none. But yeah, that's my little white roosters always out here. The little chicken's a little on the wild side, but the rooster, he's more calm. Down here I got the same thing. These right here, they're barely finishing molting. You got the chicken, you got that rooster, and then that little crema tirita right there. I'm trying to see if I can get them to go down. There they are. And then my little yellow girito. And then over here, this is where I got, this is the black face azteca. I put him in here with these little chickens. Hopefully after them I'll get like darker azteca color, like a darker red, maybe like a black face, because these little chickens, they almost look like a black face, kind of like he does. You guys can see them right there. And this is the other chicken. They're not laying eggs yet. So far I haven't seen any eggs. But yeah, this is the pairs that I made right here off of them. Those little chickens with the little black face azteca rooster. Let me know what you guys think of this pair. Then over here, I got this little rooster right here with the little girita. I'm hoping to get just babies off, a lot of babies off of this guy. My friend Adam, he took the son from him that I had in the back room. That's the one he really wanted, so I gifted it to him. And you see they're laying eggs. Maybe I'll get some more off of him that look just like him with that little girita chicken. And then over here, I also got these right here. These are laying eggs like crazy. I got the nest all full. That's my little tiny girito right there. With my girita and then that little black. I don't know, I think that's a girita. Kind of like, I don't know, I like her a lot. She's pretty cool. Maybe with her and him, we'll get some darker giros. Well, we'll see what they bring, you know. And then up here, this is where I got my silkies. These are, I can tell you, this is my original mom silky chicken. And then these are the two little chickens that survived on me. Unfortunately, all my other ones died, all the roosters, but I put them back with the original silky dad. He's the one that produced all the silkies. So maybe if I keep it with him, you know, hopefully this next year I'll have more silkies and stronger genes, you know. But yeah, that's my little rooster right there, the little. I've always liked this guy since I got him. Let me see if I can like put him on the bottom. But yeah. And there's the little silky ones right here, little silky hens. And then over here, my little azteca. That's the dad of all the aztecas. Right now, I think she's barely starting laying because I didn't see no eggs yesterday and I saw one today. So I was thinking, I'll see if I can get her to go on the bottom. There she goes. Yeah, I was putting her with him because I like how her tail is. She has a big, nice tail. So maybe I'll get Hiros or white ones with the tail like that, you know? Kind of like my other azteca roosters. And then over here, this little chicken, she started sitting on eggs like, I think like 4 days ago. But I had her with this guy, hoping I get some from him. Like I said, he's kind of like on the wild side. He's not like a really tame rooster. Even though I come out here all the time and try to hold them and try to like suicide, how is it, like convivir, I don't know, trying to tame them, you know. Just this white one right here is the tamest one. But yeah, that's the other rooster right there. And then over here, there's my white one with my little girita. I had to kind of block her here because he was trying to fight with this guy through that fence. kind of have them in here. And then over here, this little rooster my friend Adam brought me back. He had already cut the crest on him, but yeah, he looks pretty nice. I'll probably end up keeping him. He's kind of like on the wild side. Trying to get like a good view of him. But just jumps around and everything. And then I thought I saw this little chicken earlier. She was hatching her baby chicks. So let me see if I can. Oh yeah, right there. They're still kind of hatching. Those are not his babies. All these babies right here are his. They're all his babies. So far I think she has like 4 of them that hatch, and it looks like there's still 3 of them that are trying to hatch. So I'll just leave her alone, and maybe by tomorrow they'll all end up hatching, you know. And then over here, this is where I got my little tiny one too. This one's like really tiny. Got him in here. I had him in here by himself, but this little chicken kept wanting to go in the cage, so I put her in here with him. So if I see her start laying eggs, maybe he'll start mating with her, and I'll put a little tiny box for them. That way she'll lay some eggs and hatch babies out, you know. And then over here, this is where I put my my azteca little roosters right here. Look at them. Figured I put both of them in here. Like I said earlier, the one I had in here, my bulico, I don't know what happened. He just got all twisted one morning. I came out here, he was all got sick, never recovered, and he ended up dying on me. And that was the main dad of all my bulicos. But yeah, look at these roosters right here. This is what I wanted to have. Little roosters like that with that big, beautiful tail. So I have them in here with that little short-legged chicken, and then that's their original mom. She's the mom of all the aztecas right there. Fortunately, they just like hiding in that corner. With the little roosters right there. Look at them. Look at their tail, man. Their tail is just amazing. This is like a whole nother level right here that I have. The tail on these guys is just freaking badass. Yeah, that's these right here. Over here, I got my white one right there. That's my original white one, the dad of all the white little roosters and chickens that I have. He's really tiny too. He's kind of a little short-legged. And then that's one of the original moms too, of almost all the white ones. There she is. Trying to see if I can get her to go down. But yeah, there she is. I was thinking of kind of fixing their nest a little different. Trying to let the door open. This guy's over here trying to mess with the. Get your ass out of here. And then there's this guy. He's always out here hanging around. And then right here, these are all the younger ones right here that I have in this cage. Brothers to all the ones I have over there. There's those azteca ones. There's that hero one. And then there's that golden hero right there too. He's really short-legged. Yeah, these are all the little tiny Maine roosters I have. Like I said, you know, I want to keep them all. But in order to keep them, I got to build them more cages. Because Because I already got like all my cages filled up with roosters, you know. So how can you say no to them? Come on. You guys love to have roosters and chickens, you know what I mean. Kind of like having this little miniature roosters and pigeons is like an addiction. The more I said, the more you see them, the more you want them. You just want to have more and more and more and more and more. Like, damn. I end up having like hundreds of chickens and roosters. But yeah, and then down here, this is my Girito too, and I got my little Girita chicken over there sitting on eggs. I think she should start to hatch as well too. It should be hatching around the same time as these, so maybe they're already starting to hatch or in the next couple days. But yeah, they should start to hatch. That's the little rooster right there. And I checked all her eggs, and I think out of all her eggs, they all look good. I think there was only one of them that I was kind of doubting, but you never know. Sometimes it was still kind of dark, but sometimes when you see them, and as soon as you touch them, you can feel if they have a chick or not. And then these are all the ones I have outside. That's that little tiny rooster I was telling you guys about. It's like really tiny. I'm also having him outside with the chickens and stuff. There's all the chickens and hanging out here. All the ones hanging out in there. And yeah, that's pretty much it over the Kikirikis. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you guys like the Kikirikis and stuff like that, you know, let me know which ones are your favorite and what kind of chickens do you guys have, or do you guys like to breed? If you guys like to have Kikirikis, azteca, seramas, let me know down in the comments. And like always, you know, if you guys haven't subscribed, please give me a subscription, a like, and a follow, you know, and we'll see you guys next time, like always, right here at JLC's Pigeon Loft and Kikirikis.